In this video, I'll be working out some of the homework problems from 10.3 day 3, which is this worksheet right here, with the following problems listed at the top. I'm going to do quite a few of these, and the first one I'm going to look at here is problem number 12. Problem number 12, the directions are a little bit different, so this is going to be for 13 and 20 as well. It says, determine whether the given sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. If the sequence is arithmetic, find the common difference. If it's geometric, find the common ratio. So in order to determine what type of sequence this is, it might be helpful to find some of the first few terms. And you don't have to find 4 specifically, but if I work out number 12, if I plug in 1, I should get back -2. If I plug in 2, that's a 1. Plug in 3, so that's a 4, and plug in 4, that should be 7. And if you look, are they adding the same number every time? Are they multiplying by the same number every time? Or is it something completely different? Here it looks like they are adding by 3 every time, which would make this sequence arithmetic. And so I would write that down, and I would basically just note that that common difference was 3. Same thing for number 13. I would find some terms here, and I would take the first term would be 4, the second term 16, the third term, so that's 9 times 4 is 36, and then the fourth term would be 64. So it almost looks like it's going to be geometric because it goes multiplies by 4, and if you were actually to multiply by 4 again, you would get 64, but there's a 36 here, and they're not adding the same number every time. Like here they have to add 12, and here they add 20. So this 36 is kind of the part that messes it up. So this is neither. And if you look in the formulas, okay, the part that messes this one up is actually the square. Okay, so this is arithmetic, this is neither, this one's going to be geometric, and I can show you that by just the first few terms. Okay, so if I were to raise that fraction to the first, second, and third power, I get the following, and all they're doing is multiplying by the 5/4, and you could divide those out to verify that, but the ratio is just 5/4 for that. So for problems 12, 13, 16, 17, and 20, you're just trying to decide which of these 3 cases you have. But then the rest of the worksheet is going to just specifically talk about geometric sequences and series. So the first few were kind of mixed together. The next are going to be all geometric. So for number 28, it says, find the 5th term and the nth term. So I'm going to write out the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. So for this particular problem, that would be a sub n equals 6 times -2 to the n minus 1. That is the nth term. So then the 5th term would be 6 times -2 to the 4th power. And -2 to the 4th power is 16 times 6 would be 96. Same thing for number 31. Number 31, it would be a sub n is equal to √2 times √2 to the n minus 1 power. Now, we've never seen this happen before, but this number, the first term, matches the ratio. You can actually combine this to look a little bit better. If I add the exponents, 1 plus n minus 1 is just n. So this is √2 raised to the n power. So if I were to find the 5th term, it would be √2 raised to the 5th power. And that is the same thing as 2 to the 5/2 power if you wanted to write it as a fraction. A couple more here. Number 34 says, find the 8th term given the following geometric sequence. So that is going to use this formula. So the 8th term would be 1 times, the ratio is 3, and it's going to be raised to the 7th power. So all I have to do is take 3 to the 7th power, and I get 2,187. So pretty basic here. I'm just finding the 8th term. And the last part here, number 51, they ask for the infinite sum. The infinite sum, the absolute value of the ratio has to be less than 1, and if it meets that requirement, then the formula is pretty basic. It's the first term divided by 1 minus the ratio. So I'm going to take 1/4 divided by 1, so the ratio is 1/4, so I can do this formula by taking 1 divided by 1 minus 1/4, and that answer is 4/3. 4/3, which is 1.3 repeating. There's your quick video.